You created clarity, defined the thematic goal, and over-communicated it to your team. But you're still drowning, redoing reports, and frustrated by ignored goals. You are the most competent person, and you're being punished for it. This is the burden of competence. You think you have a people problem, that your team is incompetent. But what if the problem is you? A specific leadership style, though well-intentioned, actually creates the incompetence and burnout you suffer from. It's called being an accidental diminisher. I'll give you the test to find out if you are one. Liz Wiseman defines two types of leaders. Diminishers are the know-it-alls. They shut everyone down, getting at best 50% of their team's intelligence. Multipliers are genius makers. They amplify their team's capability. They make their team smarter, more accountable, and more engaged, getting 200% of their team's intelligence. You're a good boss, an integrator. But this is where the accidental diminisher trap comes in. You're likely diminishing your team with good intentions. Profile 1. The rescuer. When Tom turns in an 80% finished report, you say, "Thanks, I'll take it from here." You fix it. Result: Tom never learns to get to 100%. You've created his incompetence by always rescuing him. Profile 2. The Pacesetter. You're the fastest worker, leading by showing everyone how it's done. Result: your team can't keep up. They stop trying, letting you do all the important work. You've become a one-person show. You're working late, not because your team is incompetent, but because you are rescuing them and pace-setting them into mediocrity. If you're starting to feel seen right now, if you're recognizing yourself in these profiles, this is the exact work we do at Well-Drawn Wisdom. Take a half-second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's your playbook for making this change. So, how do you stop? How do you break the cycle and go from an accidental diminisher to a multiplier? Here is the 3-step framework to solve the burden of competence. Step 1. Stop rescuer. Start asking. Your new default response must be a question. When Tom brings you that 80% report, you hand it back and ask, "This is a great start. What do you think are the 2 things we need to do to get this to 100%? You've just transferred ownership back to him. You're forcing him to think, not just to do. A multiplier doesn't provide answers. They ask the questions that lead to answers. Step 2. Delegate the problem, not the task. A diminisher says, "Here are the 10 tasks I need you to do." A multiplier says, "Here is the problem we need to solve by Friday. I'm making you the owner. How do you think we should approach it?" You've just given them ownership of the outcome, not just the to-do list. This creates accountability and engagement. Step 3. Define what done looks like. This is how you handle Sarah. You create an objective standard. You say, "We all agreed on the thematic goal. For this project, done looks like this. 1. It's on budget. 2. It's on time. 3. It directly supports the thematic goal." Now, when Sarah works on her pet project, you can have an objective conversation. "Sarah, how does this project align with the what done looks like standard we all agreed to?" You've done it. You stopped being the rescuer. You're asking questions. You're delegating problems, and you've defined what done looks like. But a new creeping problem emerges. You do all this, and Tom tries, but he just can't. You've coached him, you've given him ownership, but he is just not the right person for the job. And Sarah, she's talented, but she refuses. She's a high performer in her own silo, but she is toxic to the team's new thematic goal. You fix the system, but you're now face-to-face with the real people problem. How do you, the integrator, deal with the kind-but-incompetent employee? And how do you handle the talented but toxic one? That is the hardest and most emotionally draining part of leadership. And in our next video, we will give you the psychological framework for solving it.